Think bait casting reels are just for pros? Think again. These things have come a long way, and whether you're trying to cast a mile or just want better control, the right reel can make a big difference. This video is all about the best baitcast fishing reels. I've picked out some top options that stand out in a few different ways, so no matter what you're looking for, you'll find something that fits. You'll find links to everything mentioned down in the description. And if you're into this kind of content, feel free to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you don't miss what's next. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to help out. Let's get into the reviews. Shimano SLX DC150, best bait casting reel for beginners. If you're just starting out with bait casters and worried about bird nests ruining your day, this one makes it way easier to get the hang of things. What really helps is the digital brake system. There's a little dial on the side with 4 settings. You don't have to mess with it a ton, and it pretty much handles the brake work for you. Now this reel feels good in the hand. It's compact, easy to palm, and those paddle knobs? Super comfy. You can fish for hours without your wrist yelling at you. The weight is light too, so it won't feel like a workout just to cast all day. The drag holds up fine for bass fishing, but some folks said it can act up once in a while. Nothing crazy, just something to keep in mind. And even though it's got corrosion-resistant parts, I'd still give it a rinse if you're using it near saltwater. You've got gear ratio choices depending on how fast you like to reel in, and the casting distance is pretty good without turning your spool into a bird's nest. For a mid-range pick, it's a strong option, especially if you're learning or want something that doesn't make bait casting feel so frustrating. Lew's Classic Pro Speed, best budget bait casting reel. If you're trying bait casting for the first time and don't want to spend a ton, this one makes a pretty good starter. It's lightweight, fits nicely in your hand, and it doesn't feel cheap like some of the budget reels out there. I've seen reels that squeak before you even hit the water. This isn't one of them. The magnetic brake on it is super easy to adjust. Just turn the dial on the side and you're good to go. Makes things a lot less frustrating if you're still figuring out your cast. It's got a 7.5-to-1 gear ratio, which works with a bunch of different lures, so you're not locked into just one kind of setup. The handle has these comfy paddle knobs that make a big difference after a long day. It's got enough line capacity for most freshwater setups and can handle decent-sized fish without feeling weak. Now, this one isn't really built for saltwater, so I'd keep it around the lakes and rivers. And someone mentioned the side plate being a little stiff at first, but once it's set, it stays in place. For a budget reel, it's a nice pick. Simple, smooth, and it does what you need without making your wallet cry. Shimano 23 Antares DCMD, best high-end bait casting reel. If you're looking for something premium that can throw big baits all day without fuss, this one checks a lot of boxes. It's built strong, feels smooth, and has a crazy good braking system with different modes, so you can tweak it based on what you're throwing. This thing is fast too. Gear ratios like 7.4 and 7.8 mean you're pulling in line quick, which helps when you're working heavy lures like crankbaits, jigs, or even those giant rigs that look like an octopus got stuck on your hook. Now, I gotta mention the handle. Some folks think it's a bit on the small side. If you've got big hands or just like a longer grip, you might end up swapping it out for something that gives you a little more leverage. That said, it's not a deal breaker. It still fits nicely and feels balanced with the right rod. The reel casts smooth. It's built with materials that handle saltwater just fine, and it's packed with high-quality bearings, like more bearings than I have patience for. Yeah, it's in the premium range, but it's built to last and can handle big fish and heavy gear without breaking a sweat. If you're into bigger setups, this one's worth a look. Shimano Tranx 150 XGA, best saltwater bait casting reel. If you're planning to hit saltwater and don't want your reel turning into a corroded mess after one trip, this one's made for that kind of stuff. It's built light, like under 7 ounces, but still feels tough enough to handle business when things get heavy. You've got a fast 8.2-to-1 gear ratio here, which is great if you're working baits that need quick movement, or if you hook into something that takes off running. The brake system uses an external dial, and it's pretty smooth to adjust on the fly, helpful if the wind picks up or your bait starts acting weird. It's got a nice palm fit and feels pretty comfortable for longer sessions. The drag system is smooth thanks to the carbon drag material but some folks think the drag strength tops out a little low if you're chasing really big fish. Still, for inshore stuff and lighter setups, it handles things fine. The bearings are shielded to help keep salt and sand out, which is huge if you've ever had to deal with crunchy gears after a beach trip. For a premium saltwater reel that doesn't push into crazy pricing, this one's a strong pick. Lightweight, durable, and made to keep up out there. Daiwa 24 Steez, best bait casting reel for casting distance. If you're trying to launch your bait into the next zip code, this one's built for distance. It's crazy light thanks to the magnesium frame, and you can really feel how smooth the cast is. The braking system is dialed in too. No need to mess around with a bunch of settings. Just flip the dial, set it how you want, and let it fly. The handle is 85 millimeters and swept, which gives you good grip and control. It's one of those reels that just feels like it belongs in your hand. The frame is comfortable, and the way it's built makes it easy to fish with for hours without it feeling bulky or weird. Now, I'll say this. If you're planning to spool it up with super heavy line, the line capacity might feel a bit tight. It's fine for bass and medium setups, but something to think about if you're pushing big weights. It's got 12 corrosion-resistant bearings, and it runs buttery smooth on both the cast and the retrieve. Gear ratio goes up to 8.5 to 1, so it's quick too. Yeah, it's definitely in the premium category, but if casting distance is your thing, this one really delivers. Shimano Metanium MGL 150B, best bait casting reel for bass fishing. If you're looking for a reel that feels built for bass fishing right out of the box, this one checks a lot of the right boxes. It's lightweight, around 6.3 ounces, so your arms won't feel like noodles after a long day. And it's got that comfy shape that just fits in your palm like it belongs there. The handle knobs are big enough to grip without slipping, and the casting is super easy to adjust with the SVS Infinity braking system. Whether you're throwing a 1/4 ounce finesse bait or something a bit heavier, the control is smooth and predictable. The drag is nice and steady too, around 11 pounds of strength, which is more than enough for pulling bass out of cover. Some folks might want a little more if they're going after bigger stuff, but for bass fishing, it handles the job without flinching. It comes in different gear ratios, so you can go slower for more control or faster if you need to burn a bait back. The retrieve feels smooth thanks to the micromodule gears and quality bearings, and the whole thing just runs clean. This one's on the premium end, but if you're really into bass fishing, it feels built with that in mind. It just fits the job. Lew's Custom Light SS, best bait casting reel for light lures. If you're the kind of angler who likes tossing those little finesse baits, stuff like 1/8 or 3/16 ounce, this reel really shines. It weighs just about 5 ounces, which feels like holding a candy bar, but way more useful. Super light, super easy to cast, especially with that shallow spool that's built for light line and small lures. It's got these comfy handle knobs. Some models even come with wind grips, which feel like your fingers are getting a high five every time you reel. The whole thing sits low in your hand too. Doesn't matter if you've got big hands or small ones, it's just easy to hold on to. Casting control is smooth with the adjustable braking system. It's easy to tweak on the fly without fumbling around. And the retrieve? Fast and smooth, just how you want it for skipping baits or working light lures with quick action. It's built with carbon and aluminum in all the right spots, so it stays light but doesn't feel flimsy. One thing to keep in mind, line capacity is on the smaller side, but that makes sense for the kind of fishing this reel's made for. If you're all about finesse, this one fits right in. Daiwa Tatula SV TW100H, best anti-backlash bait casting reel. If you've ever struggled with backlash, you know it's like untangling a mess of Christmas lights, frustrating and time-consuming. This reel tries to make those problems less common with a clever T-wing level wind system that helps the line feed smoothly and cuts down on birds' nests. Plus, there's an adjustable braking system that mixes magnetic and centrifugal forces, letting you fine-tune your cast control just right. It's not too heavy, sitting around 6.7 ounces, which makes it comfortable for long days without wearing out your wrist. The handle design keeps your hand close, so cranking feels natural and less tiring. The drag system is smooth and reliable, handling pulls from bigger fish without getting nervous. One thing to mention, while it does a good job reducing backlash, it might not completely eliminate it if you're still getting used to bait casting reels. Also, some users say it's great for pitching and flipping, but just okay for other styles. Overall, this one fits nicely in the mid-range category, offering solid tech and smooth performance without breaking the bank. It's a smart pick if you want fewer tangles and better control on your casts. That wraps up our look at some of the top baitcast fishing reels out there. Whether you want something lightweight and smooth or something that cuts down on backlash, there's definitely a reel here for different fishing styles. If you're interested in any of the reels we covered, you'll find links in the description below. Don't forget to hit like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more fishing gear reviews, and tap that notification bell so you don't miss out. Also, drop a comment and tell me which reel caught your eye, or if you've got a favorite that didn't make the list. And while you're here, check out some of our other videos for more gear picks. Thanks for watching.